Welcome back. Time is 7:44. It is an absolutely heartbreaking and heinous story. The Aiken County, South Carolina Sheriff's Office is continuing to release information on the homicide of 4-year-old Javeayah Harris. Police say that the child's parents are responsible for her death after human remains were found in a reservoir near their home. They say the remains were destroyed using corrosive chemicals, claiming the parents used them purposely to get rid of their daughter's remains.
Joining us now to talk about this difficult topic, our Chief Legal Analyst, Khalif Rhodes. Khalif, this is hard to even really talk about, but this is the reality of the story of where we are. Okay, prosecutors, you would think it wouldn't be that hard to prove, except that you've got evidence, which would be key here. A lot of it has been destroyed. So how do you prove this, I guess, homicide by child abuse?
Well, let's start with a couple things. First of all, disgusted. This story is more than disturbing. When I read the facts, I'd already been following it. They've been searching for this young girl for over a 5,000 acre. But I can tell you that I tell my clients all the time, I don't bring the facts to the case. I just work with what's given to me. And so on the prosecutor side, it's the same way. You'll have your investigators, you'll have law enforcement that's going to do the work of trying to figure out and piece together exactly what happened. But when I get discovery, I start to go through everything and say, well, this is what they have, this is what they know, this is what they think they know. And then I start talking to my client. Well, the first thing I want to know is, well, did you give a statement? Did you give a statement to law enforcement? Well, in this case, they clearly did. It says that both parents confessed. Your words are going to be extremely hard to beat in court, regardless of any physical evidence. It's not like the movies. Most cases aren't won with some smoking gun, like, wow, I have the weapon, I have the ammunition, I have you on video. Most of the time, it's going to be some other piece of evidence that will allow them to convict you. In this case, your words are probably the hardest things that you can beat, unless it was some type of statement that was made out of duress. You were in there for 20 hours and then they beat it out of you. Other than that, your words, when they're played in front of the jury, when the transcript is read, it's going to be hard for you to say, well, no, I didn't mean that, or I didn't say that, or I didn't do that. So even without the physical evidence, which would be direct evidence, circumstantial evidence, which in court will be weighed the exact same way, it's going to be hard to beat that.
And I mean, again, the details are extremely troubling, but she was injured because of child abuse, and they did not seek medical attention, so the warrants say, and that led to her death, and then they try to cover it up. Is there any chance that you see them split and say, well, maybe I knew what was going on, I should have stepped in, but I didn't?
I mean, right now, it seems like both will be on the hook for that, because both will have some type of played some part in her demise, I'd say, for sure. But I'd go back to a couple things. Looking at the investigation just early on, neighbors talked about, the conditions that the young lady was living in.
Squalor.
Locked up in the room, not fed, sleeping on a mattress that had urine all over it.
Right.
Those are the types of things. But it was key that the neighbor said, but child welfare was notified, right? And so it reminds me of when I served on the Domestic Violence Fatality Review Board here in Mecklenburg County. It's when there was an unfortunate death, all of the stakeholders in the community would come together and try to figure out what was missed, what happened. We have these things in place to avoid this. Well, if someone communicated with, Child Protective Services and notified you of a child in a situation like that, what happened? How do we get to that point where this child is sleeping on the bed and the neighbors notified you, but yet she still dies? That's the type of things that will get answered within this investigation. On the criminal side, this is going to be pretty straightforward. Unless something different occurs based on what we've already learned, this is going to be clear cut.
Khalif, quickly, you're a father and you're a defense attorney. Is it difficult to defend someone when you know the details and you think or you assume that they're guilty? How do you defend them?
Well, I'll say the first part. I never try to assume my clients are guilty, but I will say that these are hard. These types of cases, and I primarily handle homicide cases, are extremely hard. I've tended to not deal with the cases that involve children because I have 4 children. And so I have the ability to pick and choose those types of cases. But any type of death is already going to be hard. But I'll walk into those cases recognizing that, hey, my clients have a right to an opportunity to be served, and I have the obligation to serve them to the best of my ability. And that's why I don't try to make sure I determine guilt or innocent. I just look at the facts in front of me and try to paint a picture and ensure that I give them the best defense.
Picture here extremely troubling, as we have all said. Khalif, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.